And I just step back here. Okay. Are you going to give me a cue? All right. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for coming out today. As we prepare for the Lovin' Life Music Festival here in Uptown, I wanted to take a moment to officially welcome all of those traveling to Charlotte. As mayor of this vibrant city, it brings me immense joy to know that Charlotte will be the backdrop for the celebration of music, culture, and community in just 4 short days. The organizers have worked tirelessly to curate an amazing lineup of live performances and have worked with the city every step of the way to make sure that this event is a success. Thank you for all that you've done to make this possible. This event celebrates the vibrant music and culture that makes our city so special. We want Uptown to be a place where people can gather and celebrate, and this weekend is going to be the place to be. I also want to take a moment to acknowledge the hard work and dedication of Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department, Charlotte Area Transit, Charlotte Transportation, and Emergency Management in preparing for this event. Their efforts have been instrumental in ensuring the safety and accessibility for this wonderful festival. As you enjoy the festivities, I urge you to listen to officials and consider taking advantage of our public transit system. Together, let's make this festival a memorable one, an enjoyable experience for all. And at this time, I'd like to introduce Deputy Police Chief Jacqueline Brealey to this podium. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jackie Bradley, Deputy Chief over Special Services Group here at CMPD, and this includes our Special Events Division. I want to thank everyone for being here to share this important safety information for our citizens ahead of this major event. At CMPD, safety is our top priority, and we will have plenty of experience in managing and supporting large events like this, from concerts to sporting to political events. We have an extensive staffing model set up for our interior and our exterior footprint of this event. We will also be opening and staffing our command center that will monitor the event all 3 days. We urge our citizens to approach any officers with any safety concerns that they see on site. Any and all 911 calls related to the event will be dispatched on. CMPD will be closing major roads uptown prior to, during, and after the scheduled event days. Some road closures have already begun at 10 o'clock today. On May 1st, all roads related to the festival site will be closed at 10 a.m. Everything will be completely open on May 7th. We will be disseminating this information in reference to our road closures on our MyCMPD app and other CMPD social media. We ask everyone to practice patience, as there will be an influx of traffic and pedestrians descending upon Uptown around the same time. So please plan ahead and allow for extra time as you travel Uptown. Again, we will have all this information to the public well in advance. Please check the Lovin' Life website for what items you are allowed to bring into the venue on the frequently asked questions section. If you do use a ride share, that will be at College between 7th and 9th. If you drive, please do us a favor and do not leave valuables in your car as you come to attend this event. Once again, we at CMPD always strive for those who live, work, and play in our city to have a safe experience. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Brent Cagle, Interim CEO, CATS. We're really excited to have worked with other city departments and the festival organizers to ensure that the attendees for this festival get to and from the event in a really efficient and safe way. We do anticipate that CATS will be very busy over the weekend, with a large percentage of festival goers, we hope, using CATS services to get to the event, as well as the Charlotte FC game on Saturday night. To help promote the event, we have worked to provide a discounted special 3-day pass. It is an unlimited ride pass for the duration of the event. Today and tomorrow, that pass continues to be on sale for $9 for the entire weekend. After Tuesday, on Wednesday, the pass will still be available for $13, and we encourage anyone attending to buy the pass because it does represent a good value for utilizing transit to attend. To assist with the crowds, we will have ambassadors located at Blue Line stations to assist riders with the questions or concerns that may arise if they haven't already bought their ticket. If they're doing those tickets individually, our ambassadors will be available to help them either navigate the ticket vending machines or to work with them on how to utilize the Cats Pass app in buying their tickets. We also are planning for additional vehicles to be running along the Blue Line, so we'll be increasing service. We would also expect to increase bus or special event buses to help accommodate the crowds of festival goers. And we will have additional security and fare enforcement teams out throughout the system throughout the weekend. Again, we encourage all of our riders, if they see something, to say something, either via the CATS app or our CSAY app, which allows all riders to report any possible concerns directly to CATS so that we can work with CMPD and our safety and security personnel to address the situation. So this has been a team effort planning for this event, and we're confident that this will be a great event and will go off very smoothly. And we're just excited to welcome all of the local residents and the out-of-town guests who may be new to using CATS. Welcome them to the system and to the city of Charlotte and to the Lovin Life Festival. Thank you.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Steve Bagwell with the Charlotte Regional Visitors Authority. Happy to be with you all today. And the CRVA helps fuel the visitor economy, and we believe that investing in the first year of Lovin Life Music Festival is a positive for the hospitality industry and our community as a whole. This is an exciting new multi-day event that we anticipate will draw out-of-town visitors from across the region. Many of those visitors will be coming to Charlotte for the first time, and it's a great opportunity to showcase our dynamic city and warm hospitality. The festival also adds to our already busy meetings and event calendar for Uptown and is undoubtedly contributing to the area's appeal as an arts and culture destination. Having successfully hosted large-scale events in the past, I know the Queen City will rise up to the occasion once again. We appreciate the significant level of planning that's gone into the event and want to thank CMPD, CATS, many other agencies that are helping make this be a fun, safe, and enjoyable event for residents and visitors alike. Nearly 31 million visitors come to the Charlotte region each year, spending $7.3 billion in our community, making Mecklenburg County the #1 visitor destination in the Carolinas. Our research tells us that visitors are motivated to come here because of the wide variety of seasonal things to see and do, and certainly Lovin Life adds to that landscape. We're glad to have the Lovin Life Music Festival as yet another inspiring travel motivator supporting the region's visitor economy. Next up, I want to invite Michael Smith with Center City Partners.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Mayor, and thank you, City of Charlotte, and thank you, Bob, and Southern Entertainment for this incredible opportunity for our community. Good morning, I'm Michael Smith. I'm the CEO of Charlotte Center City Partners. Just 2 weeks ago, we wrapped up a 17-day festival of art, music, food, and ideas called Charlotte Shout. It showcased hundreds of local talents, musicians, chefs, foodies, thought leaders, along with creatives from around the country and around the world. It was a showcase of the innovative synergy brought by more than 642,000 people into the 8 Charlotte Shout activity zones across Uptown Charlotte. This was during a period where we saw 1.4 million visits. I bring this up because This is the way Charlotte thrives and becomes such an incredible and celebrated destination again and again. That positive wave of vibrancy and energy is going to be built upon now with May 3rd as Lovin Life Music launches in First Ward, Uptown Charlotte. That's why Charlotte Center City Partners and Music Everywhere CLT are proud to sponsor the first Lovin Life Music Festival and the QC local stage. They've done a great job of celebrating local music and pairing it with the incredible acts that they're curating. We launched Music Everywhere CLT in 2019. This initiative's mission is to develop Charlotte's music scene and economy into a force for job creation, economic growth, tourism, community building, and civic pride. Music does all that for our community. We're thrilled that Southern Entertainment has booked 18 local and regional acts to play at the Music Everywhere CLT stage. We know our homegrown talent will shine alongside with nationally recognized acts, and we're proud that the Avett Brothers, DeBaby, Sainted Trap Choir, acts with Charlotte roots that will be playing on the larger stages. In addition to live music, the festival will feature arts, culture, culinary, that foster creativity and drive economic growth. Together, we will continue to elevate Charlotte's profile as a cultural hub and destination for music enthusiasts of all ages and help Charlotte become a city that's renowned for its music. It's my pleasure to introduce Southern Entertainment's Bob Durkin and the producer of this great event. Thank you, Bob.
Appreciate that, Michael. Thank you for everyone coming today. We are really excited about this week. This endeavor was an idea about 5 years ago, and we never could have imagined the life it's taken of its own. It's phenomenal about the partnerships that we've created. We could never have done this alone, so we have to thank everybody, and if I forget somebody, I apologize, but the support we've received from the community, from the people who are coming, our customers, the ticket buyers, has been phenomenal, and we want to thank them people first. But the city of Charlotte has just been amazing. Thank the mayor and the council for having the vision that we had to be able to come into Uptown, and we understand that we're disrupting people with closing streets, and the major stakeholders that are involved in helping that happen realized the benefit of this festival, and we're okay to take those risks, and so we really appreciate that, Mayor. Thank you. The CRVA and the Center City Partners, Charlotte's got a lot. When we came to them, their vision, their excitement about it, nobody knows this city. No one knows how to move people to a city better than they do. We're amazed at how well we integrated with their systems. We didn't even understand how their hotel system works. So when we talk about 31 million viewers, it's not by luck. We understand now how that happens, and we're just glad to be part of that system now, and hopefully that our event can create just a small part of bringing people to this city. And with Center City Partners and CRVA and Charlotte's got a lot, I know we'll be able to continue to do that through the years. So thank you, Michael, and thank you, Steve. And then getting to the safety, bringing 25 to 30,000 people to an area, getting them transportation, getting them home, and having a safe event. We could not be in better hands. And this is coming from someone who's done this in multiple different markets, have worked in the city for 25 years, but we can't thank the Charlotte Police Department, CMPD, enough. The diligence they have preparing this event, the transparency, the communication has been unmatched. So thank the fire department, the medical, same thing. It's, like everyone said, if you see something, say something. If you don't feel well, we'll and you're going to see how culinary is, how great the options are for hotels. So I think we're excited as everything we're bringing inside the festival as we're bringing outside the festival. And that goes to the economic impact. Hack I can give to everybody is get the app. The Lovin Life Music Fest app will tell you everything we talked about today, transportation, parking, what your options are. So if I can leave you with that. And thanks again. Thank you to everyone for coming today.
Good morning. I'm Lawrence Corley, City of Charlotte Media Relations. Thank you all for joining us today. This concludes our press conference, but at this time we will take questions from any reporters that are present. And we have representatives up here as well from Charlotte Fire, Emergency Management, as well as our Department of Transportation.
Deputy Chief, I'm curious, so the hot rumor for the last while is that Taylor Swift's going to show up Friday night and do her duet with Post Malone. That's been a rumor for quite a while now. So,
Okay.
because they just released a song together, he's the headliner Friday night. Will you guys be prepared for that if she decides to show up, like, in terms of providing more law enforcement, because it could be in that house?
So I wasn't aware of any of that, but I think if we can handle sitting presidents and past presidents visiting Charlotte with a last-minute notice, I think we can handle Taylor Swift visiting the city.
Any severe weather plans for this Saturday? Forecast not looking good.
We always work with the promoters and the local meteorologists, and we always have evacuation, shelter-in-place plans that we do at other large venues, so this will be no different.
You mentioned that some roads were closed today. Can you tell us which roads were closed?
Most of it is soft closures, and that's going to be anywhere between 7th and 8th Street near Caldwell and Brevard. But again, our public information team is going to push all that stuff out on our app and our social media.
And then I know wristbands is pretty much what folks to get in and so forth. Is there going to be ins and outs for the event? And then as far as metal detectors and so forth, any more safety, security type things for folks going in and out of the festival?
Well, there shouldn't be any in and out. The festival footprint interior is pretty large, so I would leave that up to the festival leaders to discuss that. But as far as metal detectors, without getting into the means and methods of how we're going to keep everything safe, we're comfortable with making sure people are searched appropriately. And again, we refer people to that FAQ section on what you can and cannot bring into the venue. So especially if you're using rideshare or public transportation, you want to make sure that you don't bring items with you that cannot go inside the footprint of the festival.
Are there any concerns with those, I'm assuming fireworks are going to happen? Any concerns with that causing any, I don't know, rage or?
Charlotte Knights do it all the time.
chaos?
No concerns about that. If it's a specific fire safety question, I'd leave that up to my fire counterpart here.
Jerry Winkles, Charlotte Fire. The Fire Marshal's Office has been working hand in hand with Charlotte Mecklenburg Emergency Management, Charlotte Fire Department, and all the other partners in order to ensure safety during that event. We've taken into account the fireworks and pyrotechnics.
My question is for Katz. I'm wondering what you guys are going to do to handle the influx of passengers when the Charlotte FC game gets out and then people are also traveling with the concerts. I know in the past, Charlotte FC, some people have been left waiting on platforms. They're very crowded.
Yeah, so we expect very large crowds every day during the festival, but especially when the two events are combined with Charlotte FC. So we'll have additional capacity along the Blue Line. We'll also have the ability to increase and do some express buses that could help support the Blue Line. We would also recommend, really, the primary stops along the Blue Line for Lovin Life will be 7th and 9th Street. And FC, on the other hand, would probably Brooklyn Village, 3rd Street. So, if you're thinking about which of those events you're attending, you might think about utilizing the Blue Line and using a park and ride, for example, on the south end side if you're going to the FC game, or on the University City side of the line if you're coming into Lovin Life. We know that that could help just to kind of accommodate the passenger load that we see, that we are anticipating. But rest assured, we'll have ambassadors there to help people with wayfinding, kind of answer questions about how to use the system, and we'll have additional vehicles running along the alignment and buses as well as needed.
How many more vehicles are there going to be compared to times in the past where we've run into this issue?
Yeah, depending on the event, we usually add additional 1 or 2, sometimes 3 trains. So we'll be looking at it and have all of those as an option depending on the day and the overlap of different events.
Steve, I'm curious, we have obviously PGA Tour event coming up. We mentioned Charlotte FC, I think, has 4 matches at home. You have NASCAR races, and now you add in this music festival. Is May by far the biggest month for tourism, or how does it stack up for the rest of the year?
I know based on what you're saying there, those events, they're very much on our radar. We are supportive of all of those. May is traditionally a really big month. It's turning out to be even more so as more of the events seem to centralize in that time period. I have to get back to you with a stat about if that's really the biggest month that we see on average, but certainly it's building momentum. We're seeing that very regularly.
Bob, can you talk, like you're from here, or lived here for 25 years.
Yeah.
Can you talk about how this festival, from a setup standpoint or humanity standpoint, is different than what we had with Speed Street, where tens of thousands of people will show up? So how is this different?
So I think, Speed Street and those events are free events for the largest portion of it. So the fact that we have the gates surrounding it, the street closures, are similar to what they do for Speed Street. And so, like I said, the Department of Transportation, the police have been phenomenal about that. But I think it is, that everyone has to pay to come in, and we have to track the people coming in, we have to track the people going out. And then, I think a lot of people are excited that, just like Speed Street, the backdrop's going to be the skyline, and we have phenomenal fireworks. We have some special stuff that are going to be surprises for people that can blow people away. And all of these national, international, the biggest names in music performing at night, Stevie Nicks playing Landslide with the skyline behind her. I mean, that's just going to be so special. And I've experienced a lot of those great bands at Speed Street, and we're hoping to deliver the same type of experience and, with even more.
This question's for Bob as well. So this is a completely gated event and so forth. So can you break down logistics as far as how many entrances there are? And then just to clarify again, there are no ins and outs?
No, so with the wristband system, we do have ins and outs, but you have a 3-day wristband or a 1-day wristband, and when you come in, you'll scan in, and so we'll track that you're in the event. If you leave, you have to scan back out, so then we know you're out of the event. So there are ins and outs, but not as people are usually accustomed to, where you can just walk out. So if you scan back out, then you're back out, and you can scan back in. There's 2 main entrances, and each entrance have at least 10, one of them has 10, and then there's an entrance on 7th Street and an entrance on 8th Street. And we will have screening processes there. And this wristband system really allows people to get in quickly because it's just a green light. And so people roll in. There's no person has to scan it, grab your ticket. They just scan and go in. It's a pretty amazing system what they've come up with. So.
The system that you walk in through, like the airport, or even the
No, it's just, the metal detector would be like that, but the scanning system to know you're getting in is a piece of equipment that's right here. And you just put your wristband and it goes green, and the person watching is just watching for green. If it's red, we have a customer service tent right next to that can help any people who may have some technical difficulties.
How many tickets have you sold so far, and what do you think that number looks like as we get closer to the end?
It's a moving target. We added 1-day tickets, which people really wanted because, the best thing about the multi-genre is that we, appeal to so many people, and the way streaming music has, everyone's music taste is really vastly different than it used to be because you can get access to all types of music. But some people specifically may want to be on 1 day. But we're going to be at 25 to 30,000 people out. I would say a little over 25,000, what our expectation is right now.
I know the artist is such a wide range, right? You're appealing to so many different crowds. What
Yeah.
went into curating all of that and really trying to get an artist that's there for anyone, really?
Okay, could you repeat the question?
What went into selecting
Oh.
all the artists and having such a wide range?
So we have to start out with the biggest names, and we have, success in the industry in other cities and markets and festivals. So we went to, Post Malone is just one of the biggest names right now, and he's a broad, demographic. And so that was kind of where we had to start, and that was our route of the headliner. And then we wanted to have something that appealed to a little bit of the older crowd. But with TikTok these days, Stevie Nicks appeals to everybody, which is great. And then Noah Khan, if you're not sure, I would recommend you go listen to him because he's the hottest name in music right now. And so we kind of wanted to have a little bit of that, a little bit for the older generation, the younger generation, a little bit of pop and a little bit of rock. And then it just falls down from there. You know, we're excited about P.D. Pablo's coming back. You know, he's got that big North Carolina song. The Fray, the Beach Boys, I mean, it's just legendary. And so the fact that they're going to play on those stages, you know, is really exciting for us.
Bob, you've said that this will be an annual event, so we just went through all of the logistics here.
They'll have us back.
We all know you only get one shot at first impression. So what are the 2 or 3 things that you absolutely have to get right in your first year, you know, to have that conversation?
We had meetings yesterday, and my team's up there. They know exactly what we focus on. We have to make sure the will call is organized and ready to handle the crowds, and then getting people in a safe, efficient, swift manner, and then making sure people know where to go. Having that, you know, first year festival education. That's why I implore people to get on the app, watch the map, because we have other festivals, and it's amazing to watch how the years go by that some of our customers know more about it or as much than we do. Well, where are the bathrooms? Oh, they're over there. They're right there. So everyone's going to have to, you know, familiarize themselves with it. But we're going to have plenty of signage, plenty of volunteers. That's one of the greatest things about Charlotte is our volunteers have come out of the woodwork, people who just want to be part of it. They really think it's an exciting thing for Charlotte, so they want to come down and just be part of it. And so those local people will be able to help people figure out inside the site where to go, as well as offside the site. But getting people in a swift manner, getting to go know where to go inside the site, and then most importantly is safety. And like I said, we worked with the Democratic National Convention with CMPD, you know, from Panther games. There was 72,000 people down here for Kenny Chesney this weekend. And by my eyes, it was as smooth and great as an event could be, and safe.
You said Swift twice. Is that a blue?
Somebody will think it is, that's for sure.
Are there any preparations for potential protests?
This CMPD is handling that, and you know, I think, you know, they've had conversation with about it, and they seem like they feel like they're okay. You want to take that?
Again, especially in the uptown area, our central division chain of command and officers, we're always prepared for any type of impromptu protest or any type of gathering where people want to exercise their First Amendment rights. So again, we have a very large footprint for the interior and exterior, and then also we're exceeding staffing levels in the divisions around the city, so that way we can ensure that we can respond to anything that we need to.
I know, this is back to Bob.
Yeah.
I know that now, empty bottles of water, empty bottles are allowed to go in.
Yes.
When it comes to water stations, I know that was a big concern, like how, you know, how many or so forth for this type of crowd. And then also like when it comes to medic tents, you know, how many and stuff, when we're talking about this water crowd.
So on the water, yeah, you're allowed to bring in reusable water bottles, and right in the center of the festival on 7th Street near Brevard, there'll be 2 extremely large water stations so that we can man it, and they each have, I think we'll have at least 7 or 8 different lines or stations that you can get water. They'll be right in the center of the event. And the medic tents, we plan on having 4, but I'm not sure if there's any more comments. We'll have it on the map, and it'll be signage, and people will know exactly where to go.
And then for media for the festival, like if we, like if, as far as like our main contact phone number or so forth, who do we contact if we have any questions or?
It's on the website. I think her name's Chastity, but if you email us, you can get that contact.
And for people that don't want to take the bus, or not doing Uber, they want to drive, can you talk about the parking system?
So we put it on our website. I mean, I'm not sure the numbers, but I know Uptown can park, 50,000 plus on a regular work day. So we know that there's ample parking. If you go to our website, you can see the parking decks, the parking lots, the prices. Some of them you can prepay for. So if you are driving, I would recommend to look at that on the app or website. But I would say take the cats and take Uber and Lyft, or get a staycation. There's plenty of hotels downtown. There's nothing better than that. Stay at a hotel and walk every day. Enjoy the food, enjoy the bars afterwards, and all the great stuff Charlotte has to offer.
Bob, does the festival pay the traffic and various public services, medical, public safety? Who pays for that?
Yes, we do. We pay for the police, we pay for the medical, we pay for the fire.
Again, thank you all for joining us. We will be available to provide information if there are any other questions or details that you all need, and one-on-ones could also be available if further information is requested. Thank you all for joining us, and have a great day.